Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Leisner. I am blessed to be the pastor here at First United Methodist Church of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. I know we live in some very uncertain, difficult times as it relates to our current pandemic. And many of you are asking or wondering, when can we get to that place of normalcy? Well, the truth of the matter is, we're trying to find our way in this new normal. But we have been talking about the process of slowly and a phased in approach opening up the life of our faith community for in person worship and for community gatherings. But this isn't going to happen overnight. Yesterday, the Supreme Court of Wisconsin overturned the Safer at Home policy by Governor Evers. And even though it gives permission for uh, businesses and other locales to open up, we're not going to do that here. And there are many reasons why. First thing is that we are called as United Methodists to do no harm. And we believe by opening up our faith community to in person worship at this point in time will bring harm. And the health and the welfare and the safety of the people in our church and in our community is paramount. And we're going to adhere to CDC guidelines as we begin a phased in approach to opening up our worship services. Last night, the Dream Team, our administrative council, met and we agreed to establish a phase in team that will work with me to put together a phased in approach to opening up our church fully. Again, this isn't going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen in 2 weeks or so. We're again going to follow what the CDC says, and the phase-in team will gather, and we will put together a calendar as we seek to allow our church to be fully engaged in your life and in the life of this community. The individuals on that team includes myself, Beth Kerstetter, Mark Lacrosse, and Dan Maring. So each week we're going to give you a report on where we're at in terms of phasing in worship, phasing in activities in the life of this church. But until then, we're just asking you to stay safe and stay healthy. Even though the Supreme Court has lifted the Safer at Home rules, we still want you to follow what is safe, healthy, and right. Um, and so, in this time in which we're trying to gather our thoughts and what direction we're going to go, there are some important things that we can do. The first thing I want you to do is to pray. Pray is a Prayer is a wonderful gift. Prayer offers us an opportunity to connect with the Creator and to honestly share with God our hopes and dreams and our fears and insecurities. So please pray for all of our leaders, national, state, and local, that they be given the wisdom to do what is ethical, moral, and right as we seek to open up our country and get back to a normal, a new normal. We also want to pray for our faith communities and pray that God will use them to bring healing and hope to people's lives. We want to also pray for one another. Um, Again, we're feeling very lonely, very isolated, and we want to find ways that we can, even though might be physically apart, we don't have to be emotionally apart. So just take some time and pick up your phone, call someone, pray for them, or send a letter, send a card, but be connected emotionally to those people that are important to you. Let them know that you still care. But we importantly have to pray for those affected by the COVID-19 virus. We want to pray for our doctors, our nurses, our first responders, those who are on the front lines of tackling this disease. And though we have been very fortunate here in the North Woods to be spared from the full impact of this virus, chances are, especially with us reopening, we're going to probably see a spike in COVID-19 cases. And so we want to pray for the doctors and all those who have to tackle that disease on the front line. Pray for families who have been devastated and destroyed by this virus. You see, we're all interconnected. And even though we have been spared from its onslaught up here so far, there are those individuals that have gone through the hell of the virus. And pray for the families. And pray for those who are hurting. So, just want to say thank you for listening. And we will keep you posted quite regularly on how we're going to open up our church and how we can be best of service to you. So God's richest blessings to you. May God hold you gently in the palm of his hand. And we hope that one day soon we can join together, pray together, sing together, worship together, and to serve together. Peace be with you all, and God bless.